evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean. Here's what's happening in our territory. A sad story to report this evening as a St. Croix man is dead from an apparent drowning. Let's go to Virgin Islands Public Relations person, Melody Rames.
Police on St. Croix are investigating an apparent drowning that happened at about 6:45 p.m. Wednesday, October 1st at the Cricky Dam in Frederiksted. According to the initial police report, a 34-year-old male resident of La Grande Princess told police that he was at the Cricky Dam swimming with some of his friends. And then when he called for his friends to get out of the water, one did not respond, and then he saw a body floating in the water. The police and the emergency medical technicians came on the scene, and the EMTs pronounced the victim dead. The victim is reported to be a male 41-year-old resident of La Grande Princess. Police are, for this time, withholding the name of the victim until the next of kin is notified, and the medical examiner will determine the exact cause of death.
In other news, we continue News Channel 8's Lee Carl's exclusive interview with Governor John DeYoung.
It's unbelievable the changes that can take place. While you're talking to me, I picked up the paper yesterday and Fortune bought Crucian Rooms.
That's right.
And
That's right.
So how does that affect us?
It actually helps us, I believe. Pernod Ricard, which bought it originally, is a very strong company, but they had a rum brand, and they had a rum brand in a joint venture with the government of Cuba, Havana Club. Fortune brand does not have a rum brand. It doesn't have a rum. So getting the Crucian brand is going to be able for them to embrace it a lot and push it as a product because it's their only rum, and that's why they wanted it. They also will have a dedicated sales force. So we'll be able to build a brand over a period of time, which also works to our benefit. But the fact that sale still took place, the market the way it is, I think is a testament that long term, hopefully sometime in calendar 2009, we'll begin to see some changes.
I don't want to belabor the point, but I know that you also have been talking to airlines and cruise ships, right?
Yes.
Very briefly, how are we doing on that?
We're doing well. We have the cruise lines that are giving us additional calls to the island of St. Croix. They're holding firm with respect to St. Thomas. We're making some changes in the port of Charlotte Amalie to be able to handle especially some of the largest ships of Royal Caribbean. In St. Croix, we're doing some dredging that is necessary at the pier to be able to also handle. Disney is coming. Royal Caribbean has expanded on the number of calls. We're meeting with the industry, particularly the taxi drivers and the onshore operators, to make sure that they're comfortable and they're ready and prepared to handle the cruise passengers that come off. So that has worked in our favor. With respect to the airlines, the commissioner has met with a number of airlines to begin to have a stability on the traffic, which we've been able to do, not just in terms of what's coming directly to the islands, but also coinciding it with flights out of Europe, the time it connections either in New York or Miami to come down to the Virgin Islands. So we've been lucky in that. We've been very fortunate that our negotiations have helped us. And that's because the Virgin Islands is an attractive market, and quite frankly, it's a profitable market for the airlines. And as long as it remains profitable, then I think that they will continue to utilize and send their assets here. Let's bear in mind that at the time that they're doing this with us, they're cutting back in Orlando, they're cutting back in Fort Lauderdale, they're cutting back flights to Las Vegas, but yet we're holding our own. And I think that's a good sign of our market and the fact that they know that we're a valuable resource.
Governor, thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
At Government House, Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Well, believe it or not, we could be seeing much needed relief from this high WAPA bill we've been getting. We're all feeling the crunch. And from mom and pop stores to huge outlets like Cost You Less. When will it all stop? News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
Well, usually this time of year, all eyes are on the Caribbean for more storms and the tropical disturbances down island. But right now, all eyes seem to be on your WAPA meter. That's right, and trying to get rid of that deadly LEAC. All right, now, this morning at 10 o'clock, the Public Services Commission held a meeting at the airport in one of the lounges upstairs in the airport. Several business owners who had been leading the protest from last Friday are attending that PSC meeting, and perhaps we'll get some information later this afternoon about anything that came out of that Public Service Commission meeting. Now, I did talk to Cassandra Dunn, Water and Power Authority spokesperson, and here's what she had to say about the good possibility of the LEAC going down and possibly in the near future going away.
WAPA submitted a petition to the Public Services Commission yesterday, Tuesday, to decrease the LEAC by about 21.5%, which would transfer into an overall savings of 18% on an average customer's bill of 500 kilowatts per month. What WAPA is seeking to do is to take out a line of credit, a loan of $40 million, and then with the remainder of the $17.5 million from the government outstanding debt that they paid recently, and with the $48 million pay off our debt to Hovensa, which resulted from our inability to fully pay for the purchases for fuel oil on behalf of our customers. We were not able to collect that through the LEAC. And so with the help of the governor, we were able to secure a $40 million, well, we will be able to secure a $40 million loan with the approval of the PSC and the support that we've received from the 27th legislature to pay off our debt to Hovensa, and then we will be able to take the funded recovery, which is the amount that we were unable to collect from our customers, out of the LEAC charge. This will lower the charge, in addition to the fact that we are projecting a decrease in the price of fuel that we'll be purchasing from Hovensa effective November 1st. And when we couple those together, we are going to be able to, if approved by the PSC, reduce the LEAC by 21.5%.
Well, that certainly is some light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sure our viewing audience will be glad to hear that. So now the next move will be on the PSC and the WAPA board. Is that correct?
The WAPA board has already approved the petition that was submitted to the Public Services Commission. And we now await what we hope will be favorable consideration by the Public Services Commission for the reduction.
So perhaps there is good news at the end of the tunnel. God knows we all want that deadly LEAC to go bush. So just let's keep our eyes on the PSC meeting from earlier today, and perhaps we'll find out more on what's going on with the deadly LEAC. Talking about WAPA, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
Time to get friendly. That's right after these messages.